Hi there, this is Gary, the owner and designer of the ShowMyAds.Online traffic exchange website using the LFMTE script. I built into the ShowMyAds.Online website additional functionality for my users so they can start building their own splash pages, landing pages, and start standing out compared to the out-the-box splash pages that we keep seeing online. Start getting your own ideas seen, because you will be able to save those on the server of ShowMyAds.Online just by becoming a member. Now, what we have built in is a what you see is what you get page editor builder. So once you've signed in, you want to head to the Let's Design tab and then Page Maker. Once the page opens, you'll find various clickable images. You've got the reminders image. If you've not already viewed the reminders functionality, it's well worth it, so you never forget an idea. Also, your image designer and editor, and also the optimizing your images so that they load quicker. There's nothing worse than a page being slow in loading, because after a few seconds, if you haven't grabbed the person's attention because they're still waiting for your page to load, you've lost them. And once you've made a first page, you'll be able to select it from this drop down box. At the moment you can see we haven't made any pages, but you'll be able to show the unique URL which you can then use in emails or in other traffic exchange sites where users can see your unique ideas and splash pages. You can edit existing saved pages or reset this whole editing area, which I always say is best to reset every time that you come onto it, to clear any background data that your system is holding that you don't realize. So now we can see that we're actually on a new page. We're going to head into the what you see is what you get editing area. It's not a great size at the moment. There's a big X here and it gives you your full screen. As you can see, there's many buttons running across the top. If you go over them slowly, they give you a short description of what each of these buttons will do for you in the editing area. A lot of buttons you will recognize if you're used to using Word, Windows, etc. for your text alignments, your text colors, bolds, indents, etc. And also your text styling, your formats, your font sizes, format where it's a header, headings, different text style that you wish to use, the size of your text from small up to the large, text colouring. You can also highlight the background of the text, so the text could be on, say, a blue background. So you want your text to be white, so let's just say hello, and you can see it's the white on the blue background. Let's put that in the center of the page. Let's make that a lot bigger. We want to say hello. Let's make it bold, and let's spell it correctly. So like there. As I say, you cannot break this system. If you don't like something you've done, you use these arrows at the top to go back or to go forward. No, I like my spelling mistake, so I leave it in there, or you can go forward. So take your time, check out what each of these buttons will do for you. Just click on it, make sure you're in the editing area, and see what you can do on that button or the element for your font sizes. You can always see what your page will look like to the viewer by going up to the top left. You can actually preview what your page will look like in somebody else's browser by clicking on the button. There you can see we've got a hello. So I'm going to just clear this. I'm going to go into how I prefer to make pages. Right, I've always preferred to add a table to get my area equal. I'm going to make it 920 wide, 3 sections. I want it in the center of the page. So now I've got my areas to work in. You can also use the pre-built templates where they give you a different layout from up your top area there. Now my top section, I want to add my header in there, so I'm going to hold the left key down and highlight that top section, right click on it and select cell and merge those 3 cells together. You see I've got one big top section and the sections below are still separated. I want to add my header, so I want to add my text, ShowMyAds.Online, highlight my text by holding the left key down on the mouse and dragging across. I want to make it bold, I want to make it indent. Now my font, I want to use Banana. I want it large because it's my header. And I want to make it a colour. A few colours there, but you can choose from the pixel. Now there's my header. Now as you can see, it's evenly split the table up. All you want is really to have your bullet points or your main text in the center. So me personally, I would right click on the cell, select cell, cell properties, and actually set a width for that cell. So I want it 500, let's call it 520 because I've done 920 across, so I can then have 400 split between either side, so 200 and 200. So now it's given me a bigger center area to add my text. So I can then start again. Start your 7-day free, no obligation trial using the extra functions built in compared to most other traffic exchange websites. You will have use of the following for 7 days, so don't delay. Right, and up here we can actually add bullets. So a splash page maker. Oops, to add, and for add splash pages. Image editor. Weighted rotators. And then we can turn the bullet points off. Add plus much more. Now, say in the bottom section here, we want to add an image where they click on the image to then take you to your referral link, so they would then sign up underneath yourself. So up here you've got the image tab. We want it in the center of the picture, so we're going to set that to center. Image. You can either put the URL in if you know it, but this is of the image, not the URL they are clicking to. Is this for the image? So I'm going to choose one from file, which is on my desktop. Main page, images, sign up. If you go to the advanced, you can see the size. You can change the size. Let's make it a little smaller. You change the width or the height, it will actually change the other so it doesn't throw it out of proportion. There's my image in there now. Now I want that when they click on it, it goes to my link. So I'm now going to right click on my mouse to image properties. Again, you see the width, the height, but up here you've got a link. So I want now, this is the link of your referral URL, https ShowMyAds.Online / oops, signup.php ? And my referral number. I want that page when they click on it to open up into a new page. So now I've set that that's now going to open up into a new page if somebody clicks on it when I've finished. Now I've got all this space over here, so let's put a nice picture in here. So here again you can see it's hit it to the left hand side with the cursor key. Let's center that again into my image, and let's look for a different area of my images. Let's check to see the size, because I've got 200 wide, that's perfect, and he's in there. As you see, he pushes everything across, so because we didn't set the cell width of this area. But don't worry, if you move your mouse over to the right hand side, center that again, and let's put another image in the right hand side. Let's see the size of this. 200 again, perfect, and it centers everything up for you. Now at the moment obviously it all looks pretty basic, so we can work on different elements. If we click anywhere within the table itself and right click on the mouse, select table properties, select advanced, we can set a background image if you wish one. So I always find background images, they've got to be pretty faded for the front elements to stand out. So let's make the middle section a different colour. So we're going to head to cell properties, background colour. Let's make that a nice bright yellow for the middle section. So now we can then set the size of this text in the center. Let's make it bold so it really does start to stand out. Make your top section a different colour as well. As you can see with where I'm going, everything is possible. If you don't like what you've done, you can undo it by going backwards or forwards. Now once you've completed your page, you don't obviously want these lines all to be there. So you would right click on the table, table properties, and where we left cell padding, cell spacing, all that as 1, you go in, change them all to 0, click OK, and now you don't see the table that you've actually built your page into. If you still wanted a table border, right click your table properties again, you want a border, let's put 2 size border, but you don't want any lines. So you make your lines border colour, select white, and it will all disappear. And that's about it really. Once you've made your page, close out of the main editing area, because you now want to save that page, don't want to lose it. Go up, select my first page and click save. Now when you look in the selected, you've actually got your first page. Now if you click on the show URL, it will show you the unique URL address of your page. If you click on it, there's your page. And once you've checked out what your page looks like, you can go back into the system, select your page, click edit, and notice now you're in edit mode and not new page mode. So open up into full screen again and change your ideas around. So you didn't like the layout of it. Let's right click, table properties, borders OK, but I don't want the border. So make sure to click out of the edit. Because you've already saved it as a name, just now click the update button. That is now your page updated online. The URL will stay exactly the same. Show the URL, click again, and that's your page from our servers, but it's your personal page. And that really is just covering the basics of the what you see is what you get page editor. Enjoy it, have fun.